To all my beautiful people out there, thank you for being with me. Thank you for your support. For those of you who've been sharing the videos, we sincerely appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing as well and encouraging others to do so. This morning, I woke up with this overwhelming feeling of who or what defines me. And similarly, I want to engage you on who or what defines you. Is it a title? Is it a family name? Could it be possibly a position? Could it be your character? Could it be your physical attributes? Appearance, possibly? Who? Individuals that we know? Possibly a significant other? Is there somebody saying to us who we are? And so, the question remains, who or what defines you and I? And we use the phrase, we're blessed and highly favored, coming out of Luke 1:42. And the Lord was speaking to Mary and telling her that she was blessed and that the fruit of her womb her womb would bear fruit that was blessed. But we appreciate that comment. I claim it for me too. I say I'm highly blessed, highly favored. But do we actually use that to define us? I certainly agree. But what I'm asking you to do today with me, specifically, to look in the mirror and to say, do I know who I am? Can I define myself? Or am I leaving that to chance? And sometimes people do a great job of it, right? They define us for ourselves. They define us to others. And at times, that definition is based on one experience, one encounter, one moment in time. And then an entire individual is then presented based on those experiences. And even more so, as the individual who may be spoken about, who may be written about, we then take that definition and let it, I say, impose upon our own characteristics. And by that, I mean, somebody speaks to a particular experience and then says, you know, this lady is this lady is that. This man is this man is that. And we then sit down and think about it. We might talk about it. We might ponder, is it actually true? And you know, I would tell you, like I say to myself, look in the mirror. Is there some truth to it that needs some possibly fixing and improving upon something? And many people speaking of, oh, maybe you could do this differently. Maybe you behave in a particular manner. Maybe your action speaks to something. And yeah, we're all about growth. We're all about our next steps. We're all about development. So yes, I encourage us to reflect upon it. But what I would like to think is a good way of moving forward is not to allow that one definition of us to really take over our lives to the point that we sit there and we ponder and we're stressed about it. I don't think so. I do not think we should be doing that at all. So, how do we move ahead? Sometime I encourage you to write things about yourself that you love. I hope you've done so. I hope you've done so. And if you haven't, write them down now. Start to define yourself now. so that when some words come at you, when some phrases come at you, you can stand and say, this does not speak to me. Certainly not me. Because you know who you are. There's this other gospel that we love as well, I know who I am. Is that actually true? Is that actually true? Because if it is, when certain things come at us, they will not hit us hard. And here's what I also believe. That sometimes the ones closest to us, with their words, with their actions, can hit us the hardest. With a stranger, we may, brush it off. But when people who we know and we think should know us so well, then say things to us, we think, really? You may have had an experience of it. You may have known of other people who had those experiences. What do I live with you today? Do not allow, very strong words. I'm not saying discourage. I'm saying do not allow somebody, something, an experience, a moment in time to define you. Yes, you are blessed. You are highly favored. You need to claim your rightful place. I hope you're there already. I hope you're sitting there and thinking, dear Heavenly Father, thank you for your blessings this morning, this evening, today. That definition shouldn't come from anybody but you. Fiona Philip Meyer, asking for a little look in the mirror. And if you need a quiet place to do so, find that quiet place, away from the noise. As you speak to yourself and say, I know who I am. Proudly, looking to improve, looking to do the next steps. But certainly, I will define myself. For those of us who are believers, by the grace of God. I appreciate your subscriptions. I appreciate your comments. Maybe there's something that you would like us to discuss. Maybe there's something you want my perspective on. Maybe you have a difference of opinion. Feel free. Write the comments. Hit the subscription button. As I thank you for those of you sharing the videos. I appreciate your presence with me. As I wish you the very, very best. Thank you, everyone.